of all the Fridays in the history of the world, how did that one get labeled good? When I read the Bible and what happened on that day, good is not what I think. It really started late Thursday night, and they come to get Jesus and they arrest him, and then Friday it just gets horrific. They do things to his body that are brutal. We really can't even imagine what was done to Jesus. Maybe the closest portrayal that I've ever seen was the Passion of the Christ. And I can remember that day of flying up to Chicago just for a premiere performance of that and sitting in that room and watching that and thinking, oh my goodness, how is that day good? And then things spiral, and the very people that were praising him on Sunday and shouting things like, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. By Friday, those same people are yelling, crucify him, crucify him. And then it happens. He carries his cross up the hill until he can't carry it anymore, and they grab Simon to help carry it the rest of the way, and then they get there and they nail him to the cross. Then they hoist it up, and the cross drops into that hole that they've dug. And then when it stops, there's that sudden jerk and more ripping and tearing of flesh and muscle. And what's good about that? And then he says stuff like, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they're doing. Dad, don't hold this against them. And then in one final breath, he just says, into your hands I commit my spirit. It is finished and it's over. And then maybe the first good thing that history records of that day. One of the soldiers, the one that was right there at the foot of the cross, one of the ones that he had just prayed forgiveness over, was able to look up and proclaim, surely he was the Son of God. Surely he was who he said he was. And in that twinkling of an instant, the world began to start to understand. Not all at once, and there were still doubts. Doubt still remains today. Maybe you have them, but in that moment, that guy that was right there realized who Jesus was. There's good in that. The forgiveness and the grace. Because the Bible also tells us that the only way there could ever be forgiveness was with the death of the firstborn. Jesus is not only the firstborn, but the only born Son of God. And on that Friday, he died so that you could live.